Yes! Welcome to the last.
Here comes the men in black.
Galaxy Defenders.
Here comes the men in black.
Last Cooper show. It's the funeral of the Cooper show.
I know.
R.I.P. How are you doing? You recovered?
Yes.
Off the Bragas?
Yes, no,
Yes.
they were. What was it called?
Bragas.
Braggers. Is that the wee shots?
I don't know
What they were called.
Andy was just ordering them for me.
He was taking the piss, wasn't he? Because he knew it was free and somebody else was paying. Halliday was taking the piss. Full day, took the piss.
I tell you what, whatever that lager was, it was marvellous, that's for sure. I enjoyed them. Also the wee, what was the wee shots?
Baby Guinness.
No, that was what was in his pants. He was short.
Oh, brilliant. Aye.
How good were
They're
they?
very nice anyway.
What about you and Kev comparing in the toilet when I walked in? That was strange.
Huge.
By the way,
No comparison.
what a size.
I know, thanks.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Mate, I couldn't get the chunkiness. It's unbelievable.
Junkiness.
Wasn't it, mate?
Oh.
Kept that quiet, you know.
Last year.
Does he fuck keep it quiet as well? He talks about how big it is. You enjoy yourself, why?
Yeah, it was good fun. It was good fun.
It was nice of you to stay out for a couple of hours, Derek.
Listen, it's Uncle Derry. See all this? I don't get when people go for a day out that they try to kind of nurse their drinks, take their time.
Oh, who are you looking at? Who are you looking at with that nurse or drink shout?
Who was nurse? Oh, well, Slaney, but just go for it. And if you fall down, you fall down. Whatever it is, don't bother, just go for it.
Lads, see a night out though, didn't it? Do you not think it refreshes everybody, doesn't
Refreshes,
it?
bro.
It's amazing, isn't it?
I know.
That's why I always think football,
Good day.
see football teams playing social days out.
Ah, it's a lot of crap.
It's a travesty. Brings everyone closer
It's
again.
the best ever, and even if there's some issues within that dressing room,
100%.
then
It
sometimes
gets ironed out.
Aye, it does, and that's
We-
the best way to go about it, you know. And sometimes there is a few slaps in the back of the
We
napper.
used to go-
but,
we used to go for
it's
a-
healthy.
Yeah.
I think it's healthy.
We used to go for a meal once a month. Everybody had to go there. It didn't matter if you drunk or not. If you didn't want to drink, you still had to go.
Once a month.
Aye, just
we
go,
were
go
once
for
a
a
week.
meal. Go for a meal. We last a week. It was. It was you just go for a meal, and then the boys that are drinking will say something, and it got cleared a few grievances.
Was there a few fights?
No fights, but it's not easy when you're sitting having a meal and a few drinks to see what you think.
You know, I'm a prick when I'm drunk, as you seen last week. I don't turn on an arsehole, but Trevor Carson, the Motherwell goalie now, big boy, won Portsmouth Christmas do, mate. He was going to punch fuck at me, man.
He's a big lad.
Oh,
What,
shit myself, man.
Aye, he's a big boy.
It's like me and you outside, and I was like, right, man, then.
What did you do?
Went outside, but he
No,
was,
before, what did you do to him?
I can't remember,
Just
just being
non-stop.
me and I-
You know when you're always up against a big lad, you know where to hit them.
and the boys.
Yes, absolutely.
But you're always asking me to hit you in the balls, not even when I'm put the heels on and kick you in the balls.
I don't watch the film.
Any other highlights for the day? Did you get to meet Capaldi? Were you still there?
No.
Nah,
You missed him.
No, I
You missed him.
I
He
thought
doesn't
we
belong with that.
were playing up at George Square.
And you know, he's too big for it. He
No,
doesn't
he's too
bother
big
with
for that. But Frank
You know,
and
you don't
Capaldi were tight.
Yous were close.
I think there's a wee hang there where Capaldi could be
Ginger.
one of his.
Two gingers.
That's what I'm saying. I think he
Two
could be one of
gingers.
yours.
There's one
Aye.
thing.
Why with that?
Aye, he's a
You
good,
look young, young
by the way,
Capaldi.
he's a good lad. He's still
Great
good.
lad.
All his mates that he grew up with, I like that because
Is that who he's hanging
keep him
about with?
grounded. Yeah, it's good. Good boy.
Do you still speak to all your mates you grew up with?
No.
He's a big Celtic fan. How did they go on with Andy? Andy
Oh, they were
Harley?
best mates.
Are they? Good.
They were best
Magic.
mates, they two.
That's what I like to see.
Bit of banter between
Crossing
them.
the divide.
Aye.
Oh, aye.
That's important, that, isn't it?
You've done it. You've done it on here, mate.
Aye.
But we're going in for a wee luncheon, didn't we?
We were announcing it.
Go on, announce
Go on,
it.
who you going with?
Bit of lunch.
The Wizard.
Was it the Wishaw?
The Wishaw. Wizard of Wishaw, aye.
Who's that?
Do you know him?
The
Wizard of Wishaw?
aye, snooker player.
Yeah. Higgo. The legend.
Going for a few frames, haven't we?
Few frames. The best guy of all time. Genuinely is the best guy of all time,
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
up there.
How many world titles he got?
3.
4.
Higgins.
4.
4?
Nah.
He's lost, I think, 2-3 finals.
Yeah.
But he keeps coming back, says, oh, we're in class
Is that
mentality.
what you call
We're
him?
ready to go into the
Is that what you
leaderboard.
call him? Magician or what do you call him?
Wizard
The
of
Wizard.
Wishaw.
The Wizard.
The Wizard of Wishaw.
Is that right?
What a man. Stays in Bovo, but he calls himself the Wizard of Wishaw. Right, for the last cooking show, if you didn't make a time, you're going to eat your own nose.
Yes.
You've got to eat your full nose.
Aye.
Mate, I've actually took it inside of my face, but ready? So a full tomato.
I'll eat it.
Right. How long you want to give yourself?
I think that's
Wee bit of salt on that.
It's been washed.
easy.
A
That'll
wee
be
bit of salt's nice,
Wee
isn't
bit
it?
of salt.
Yeah.
Aye,
Salt.
Tomato. Aye, there you
Wee bit
go.
of olive oil, a bit of salt.
3 minutes. It's a standard time, innit?
Aye.
3 minutes, mate, right. Let's see how long what's the sheet like this week?
Oh, you get that, plenty.
Right.
Means we can interrupt you.
Ready, mate?
Yeah.
Go.
Welcome everybody to Who Knows When.
That's a bit flat. Bit flat.
No, listen, hey, this is the last week of this. Remember when we started all the months ago? How do you think, just with your personal opinions, how I've developed as a human being? Almost like a game host.
You
Right,
look
mate,
like,
on you keep going.
Right, sorry.
you look like a game host.
No, but do you want to know what honest opinion, how I think you've done?
Aye. Brilliant.
I think
think
the
you've-
show's mainly about this, innit?
You've excelled. You've excelled.
Think so?
Aye.
Yeah.
Do you think me and Frank should both do this today?
No.
Aye.
No,
It's the last
no,
show.
aye.
Tell you right, okay, go on then.
No, sorry.
Because you've took turns at doing it as well, Frank.
I was brilliant.
You-
I know, but no.
When I didn't turn up.
No, put my contacts in this morning. I can't see fuck all. I was late.
Right, guys, serious.
What were you doing? Wait, what were you doing this morning that you couldn't have put the contacts in?
Hey,
Yeah, morning man.
no.
Oh, you know?
No.
Are you know that?
Nah, breath and everything that goes.
That's kinda.
It's no the.
I quite like that.
Rubbish.
Aye.
Smell of shite turns me on for some reason.
Oh, jobby breath.
Sorry, I quite like it.
Lads, final week of this.
I'm listening to you, pal.
Maybe that's 3 minutes done already.
No, you're a minute. You've got a minute.
Aye.
Final week of the season. Make sure you join because we're going to go right on it. Seeing as it's the last week, Who Knows When are giving punters a chance to double the cash prize pot winnings if any players get a perfect game of 9 out of 9. So if you get that in, you're going to double your money.
Wow.
I think we give you Who Knows When.
Yes.
Brilliant.
What an incentive.
Before we go on to that, we'll check in to see the leaderboard for May. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Aaron Jackson, Bobby J,
Bobby J.
J. Good.
Gaz 1997, GWW, got no socks on, Michael Hunt.
Well done.
On to the pundits. Derek on 8, Frank on 8, I'm on 10.
No way, you won.
I'm leading.
You won.
I must have had some week last week.
Yeah,
I can't remember who I picked.
And then Nick and I.
No, that's because we were all steaming, wasn't it?
Aye.
You know, you all went 2-1.
2-1.
Every match came up 2-1.
Apart one.
Apart from one?
I went a 2-2 at the old Desmond.
Aye.
But did they all win all the games to win?
Aye.
Most of them were.
Well, then, mate, aye.
But you got 10 points, Paul. Well done.
10 points, 5
done.
Join the Open
That's the first one this
Goal League for
season.
the final time this season for a chance to double the cash pot winnings with Who Knows When for the perfect
But where are you
game
using the leagues?
offer.
Where are you using the league?
Don't know.
Forget it.
Don't know.
Why?
Simon,
He doesn't care as long as he wins.
Who Knows When have said, don't let Simon Fair interfere. Alright? Keep it that way, please. Download the Who Knows When app to play. Pin is yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well done.
Brilliant,
Well
guys.
done.
Mate, no word of a lie, right? You can't make this up. You see me press the button just as you finish.
Oh, unlucky.
No, I don't.
Unlucky.
There's no
Just
way.
over.
That is right. Just over.
Unlucky.
When I'm meeting this through the show at the
I
end.
want you to take a big bite right now.
Big
We'll do it at the end, Sam.
No, a big
cheese.
bite right now.
Might spew it on me.
Oh.
Alright.
No.
So it says we bit of salt on it.
A tomato.
No, he's just ate three Jaffa cakes.
Last shout out for the baby Guinness are the
They're the best. I'd have a pint of that.
Simon, can you just tell me what that is?
So I think it's like Guinness with a wee liqueur something and Bailey's on top of it. It's
lovely.
It's the best ever.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
I'd have a. That's what
I
I'm
could
saying. I'd
drink
have
it by
a
the
pint of
jug, man.
You like the other ones better? The first one you got, what was that?
I think that was Sambuca with a bit of Bailey's on top.
Aye.
Some
A
bit
wee
of
bit of
Bailey's.
Bailey's makes it nice,
aye.
eh?
Lovely. Aye. Beautiful.
Maybe I noticed a lot of women looking up at you, weren't they?
Aye, they were under the table.
But weren't
He was on fire.
they? You are.
Aye, Kojak. You're none of this.
He's got that rugged look, don't he? Jason Statham.
Where are you going with this, by the way?
No.
Look at the arms on it. Look at it, mate.
I would love
no
you to do it.
interest in women.
I would love you to do it.
I'm a
naked.
happily married man with Carol. I
know that.
So I think because it's
that's the other thing. When we go a date, I don't even bother.
No, I know you don't, I
I
know
just
you-
like the company, having a few bevies, the
no,
company,
yeah.
magic.
because it's our last show, I think it's only fair we give the crowd a wee bit what they've all wanted for the season. Derek Ferguson to sit there with his pants on. That would be something else, wouldn't it?
Oh, the Rangers pants.
My
You got
Union Jack
Rangers
man.
You pink ones.
Look at the arms on it to the way he's sitting.
Right, I'll sit like that.
No,
then.
I'm saying this, you look.
I'm no, I need to get into the gym now. And they're just dope. So.
Would you love him to fling you about? His pants on.
I'm getting a semi.
Right, we're going into football.
Aye,
Swear on you. Got a standard pot for the
talking about
last
football.
Keep on that roll for that leaderboard.
No, you won't, Simon. You're better taking this.
Right, okay, so we've been doing this couping show. Accies have been in the league. It's a sad day. It looks like they're doing barring a 10-0 victory for Kelly. It looks a certainty that Accies are doing. Derek, you call them your team, your second team. How are you feeling?
I'm
sad day, innit?
It is, aye. Gutted, to be honest with you. But the 7 years they've been in the division, they're punched above their weight. You know, in financial terms, compared to the rest of the teams in that division, they're nowhere near it. But somehow they've found a way to stay in the division, and it's just
while also producing players when they're doing that.
Aye, and this is what we'll see, because they're going to drop into the Championship. What's going to happen? There'll be another, I would imagine, another 4 or 5 young boys that will get their opportunity to come into that side. Players will leave, but it will no faze them. And I tell you what, real credit, Slaney, to Hamilton Accies, because a couple of weeks ago, what did they do? Brian Rice got another year contract. Again, I think that's a wee touch of class, by the way, but he's a top class coach, as we know. I think he's developing as a manager, but it will no faze them. They'll go down. And the one thing about Accies is, last night, I think they were the better side. They was listening into it. They had more chances. And although they're down, they go up against Kelly on Sunday. By the way, Kelly, you need to beware, because they'll come for them. Yeah. You know, they don't know any other way of playing other than giving it 100%. So I'm gutted. Got a heavy heart this morning. But in another kind of way, I'm quite proud of them as well.
See, Derek, and I know we feel like that right now, but can sometimes it be a wee bit of a, I don't know if this is right at all, right? But see if they go down, can it be a wee bit like
a relief?
That they can now, see when they go to the Championship, maybe they can get more youngsters in.
But also that they're not struggling, but battling to stay up every year.
Do you want to know that? Basically, Slaney, what they are a Championship side that have been playing in the top division for the past 7 years. Look, they don't get the biggest crowds. They've done everything, Accies, to try and drum up crowds. But we know for Hamilton, they all go to watch the Rangers and the Celtic and the buses. But it's with George Cairns. He's there at the head of the academy. The players that they bring through, how they not just bring them on as players, but as people, as men, because. And the best example I can give was with Lewis. He gets to done with Rangers, he goes to Accies. You know, maybe sometimes players can feel a wee bit sorry for themselves. They work with them, not just on the football park, off the football park. So, and that's what they do, absolutely brilliant. So,
but it must be tough every year, Frank. You know, you're going to be battling to try and stay in the division. Maybe next year they get a wee at least a life for the club again.
They've not got the biggest crowd in the league either. I mean, they've got Championship crowd that go in there. But it's a hardcore supporter, and I'm just gutted for them, because they're a good club and they do so much for the community, and they do so much for the charities running around Hamilton. So I'm gutted for them, but it's one of them. They've been paying fortunes. It's been hard for them this year, I know that, because they've been paying a lot of money, same as every club, but Hamilton haven't got the resources. It's thousands and thousands to get the testing done twice a week, 2-3 times a week. They've got to get a test done. Cost them thousands, you know, and they're not getting any help for that. So
be good for the fans to get a wee year trying to fight to go up instead of constantly trying to stay in the division.
You know what? It's hard. It'll be hard, but you know they'll just go about their business. As Derek says, hopefully they'll get a couple of youngsters coming through and unearth, you know, that they've done before. You know, that MacArthur or McCarthy.
That's how they survive.
That's what it is. MacArthur, McCarthy.
When was the last time you went down?
Well, probably
this morning. That's why it's last Thursday.
What time's it?
But Chipper will need to get rid of the Balenciagas, Paul. He can't wear Balenciagas in the Championship. Need to get a brogue or something, wouldn't he?
A brogue.
Timpsons. He'll need to go to Timpsons or something like that.
Timpsons.
I know.
No, be what you are. Don't care about.
Keep going with the Balenciagas.
I heard you were giving me a bit of steak last week about the fact you're like Gawk man. You know, slagging the outfits and all that. I dressed for the occasion, the weather was...
Andy and Kev,
it's horrendous.
I honestly thought we were going to adventure play part of it, you turned it in. No way. Wait, Frank, get the Balenciagas up on the table, let us see them.
No.
Come on.
Grey ones.
Sorry.
Grey ones.
Hey, class.
Grey ones, I know.
How does it...
Thought I'd break myself up today.
What the turkey or...
black.
What the turkey or the barras, what one?
Both, I got one each.
Kelly Topo.
How disappointed
Kicking
would it be,
themselves.
Frank, 2-0 up and lose that? Get a draw at the end of it, wouldn't it?
Lose it to a draw.
Last night.
Kilmarnock game. How disappointed would it be?
Listen, they've got the informed striker at the moment, haven't they?
Brilliant.
You know, they've got Laffy is doing well. I wonder what he said to that boy when he shows the cameras. That amuses me. He put his head in the boy's head and he said something to him. I don't know what it was. Obviously, yeah, we're going for dinner or something.
Mackay was giving it to the fourth official as well.
I know.
After the
That's,
score.
you know what? That's old school because he's
Fired up.
He's fired up, and I like to see that. You know, he's still got that commitment and passion. You know, for his age, he's showing a lot of the youngsters up, and he's on fire. He's on fire. I'm pleased for him.
He was immense last
Get him,
night.
move away from Kilmarnock, Jink.
I tell you what.
What
an asset he would be. I mean, the top 6 clubs, he could go in any one of these sides and improve them.
Aberdeen need a striker.
Well, I tell you what, if Aberdeen are needing a striker, man, he fits the bill. But sometimes what Lafferty's probably found is a manager who he respects and who he enjoys playing under. And
how do you think it's going to go?
But what I'm going to say as well with Kelly, it
Tommy,
suits him to a T. You made a great point off there. He's got Burke on one side, he's got Pinnock on the other side, and they want to put balls in the box. Play to Kyle Lafferty's strength. Where he goes to Aberdeen, I watch Aberdeen, it's very much Hedges comes in, playing wee balls. Does that suit Kyle Lafferty? You need to get balls in the box for Kyle Lafferty.
That's a brilliant point, because I'm saying about the manager, but you need the players. And what Burke and Pinnock do is it's a touch at their feet and they deliver. He's already on the move, and I think that was it's actually his second goal, the header. It was actually the boy Waters, the fullback, that gets up high up the park.
Good
and he just delivers it, and he's on the move. Great movement, but it's that desire,
I
hunger
thought
that
Aberdeen played their better when was it Cosgrove, the big boy that used to play up, and he used to work the ball to him. So they've changed it.
They did a while ago, but not so much towards the end.
They've changed it because they've not got a focal up there. And if Laff went, you know, if he went to Aberdeen, they would get the ball down and get it in the box. I mean, of course they're going to do that. They just, at the moment, the guy who's up front, don't know what his name is, he doesn't want it in there.
But the other side is he seems happy there. I think he stays in that area as well, so that could play a part in it as well. Does he want to move up to somewhere like Aberdeen? I'm not so sure.
How do you see the weekend going?
Well, so Motherwell now need to, Ross County they just need a point against Motherwell, and Kelly need to beat Hamilton Accies. I think Yogi saved Ross County.
I think so.
Can I give you a wee bit of credit on Jim Goodwin's side last night?
What about a bit of credit to Yogi for?
But we'll get to that.
Right, okay, sorry.
Because he's come up with big results. Maybe it wasn't the best performance for Yogi last night, but he got the result. But for Jim Goodwin's side, when they went 2-0 down, you're thinking, lost a couple of semis, and I thought that's what might happen. So fair play to them. You know, they dug in, and you spoke about the boy off here, about the boy Connolly, who came on at half time.
He's been playing a lot recently.
His delivery was absolutely brilliant, so it was top draw. And the wee boy Cammy McPherson's goal, wait,
belter.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But going back to Yogi, you know, he's been sitting in the stand the last couple
Probably
of years.
better up there, isn't he?
Well, do you know something?
What's he up there for?
Oh, he's obviously getting himself in a wee spot of bother.
He said the referee's hopeless likes. Something like that, he said, done it, something about the ref. But what I like about Yogi is what you said about Brian Rice developing as a manager. Years ago, Yogi would have went to Ross County and tried to play total football at the bottom of the league. Now, I think he's changed. You see, he plays Jordan White now and he goes direct at times, so credit to Yogi for
and also that you look at the players that he's got at his disposal. Can they play that type of football? I'm not so sure. But also the surfaces that the guys are playing on. You know, sometimes it's no made to pass it out for the back. So sometimes you've just got to get the ball forward. They've done it against Aberdeen earlier in the season. So they did. They went direct and they absolutely hammered Aberdeen. I think it was it 4-1 or something?
Yeah, so it was, that's right.
Yeah. And you've got to evolve, you've got to change. You can't just have a set way of playing. So you've got to be versatile, and that's what Yogi's he's done really well.
Right, so who's finishing second bottom?
I've never heard a sentence like that, Yogi and versatile.
Kelly, I think Kelly will do it. I think they win, but I think they'll finish.
You think Ross County will get a point?
I think both of them will win.
Oh, do you, right?
Aye.
Frank?
The other teams aren't good for it, anyway.
Who do you think will be second bottom?
I don't know, Ross County, they're strange one. There's many teams are in it. Just
County. So if County get a point, they'll just need a point at Motherwell.
They'll get a point at Motherwell.
You think so?
I think so, aye.
So I think Kelly's second. But what I do
If
think
they played the way they played last night, I seen the goals and that, but I thought they were pretty good.
I'm not so sure.
I'm the same.
I think Motherwell might win that, but the other side of it is if Accies are no defensively at it and they don't take care of Lafferty, they don't stop balls coming in for the wide areas, they could be in trouble. So they could. Do you know Kelly played really, really well, but they just switched off when they went 2-0 up, they switched off mentally. I thought that as well. The job done and dusted.
But you think, see Tommy Wright's teams years gone
always
by.
solid.
Imagine being 2 up a Tommy Wright's team. Usually they could sit in and protect a 2-0 lead.
Aye.
But maybe just the time of the season.
Nerves and
pressure.
all that, aye.
Yeah.
Aye.
James at Hamilton, did Hazel be doing that? So
No.
They didn't get Hamlin's he'd ever go down
They
it.
don't. That's
But no,
but they're doing that. I mean, it's
I don't think
unless they won 9. I think Tom have scored 9 goals last season, have they?
Do you want to know how they'll? Do you want to know how?
I just.
Mark, the reason that they'll know down tools is because they've got too much respect for Big Chipper. That's the bottom line. So they'll go out there and they'll give it all
But
for the manager.
I do agree with that, but the amount of fight that for the last few years they've done to keep themselves up,
think it
and
may
that
be
blow last night, it'll be a massive blow to them, and it might take its toll.
so.
No, because they're no big time Charlies, Accies. The Accies players. They
I know what you're saying, but the
they
money's so
love
different.
playing in the top division. For them, it's no about the financial aspect. They're making hundreds of money. No, it's
Well,
not.
I think
They love being in. They
different-
love being in that division,
There'll
and
be a
that's why
difference.
they. Hey, listen, they might lack in other areas. You know, in terms of ability, we could argue that point. But one thing you can't point the finger
I'm
at
not
is they go and they give
talking about
everything.
but the difference in the Premiership and the Championships, the wages will be different, massively different.
But what I'm saying is,
Do you know what I mean? So it's going to be a blow. And I
What
don't
I'm
care.
trying to
I don't
say,
care about.
Mark,
I'm not talking about financial. They're not going to be rich.
This on the last County show, yes.
But I'm not talking. They're not going to be rich, but they're going to be.
Aye.
You can pay the mortgage or not, and that's the problem.
Aye, and
wives will be then annoyed
the
then.
reason they're there is because they love playing at that level. Because what I said to you earlier, probably a lot of the boys might be championship levels, but they've been punching above their weight.
Aye, I know, but
and
still-
I admire that. I
Still got to pay
absolutely
the
love
mortgage.
that.
Still
But
got to
they
pay the
see
mortgage.
what the point is that they love playing in that league. Forget money, nothing to do with that. They love playing in that league. Now the blow happened last night, they're not going to play in that league, and I think they'll be so deflated
I think
about
so.
that this
Well, I
morning when they
disagree.
wake up.
There you go, because you just look at them.
But if they love playing in that league,
it's in their DNA.
But if
Week
they
in, week
love
out, to
playing in
give
that-
their absolute
keep telling
best.
I love this. I'm not
If
involved.
they love playing in that league,
Yeah.
how can you wake up this morning and not be deflated? It's impossible. If you love in that league.
But what they'll do is they will be. They deal with disappointment. They've had to
they've known
deal
that
with
the
disappointment
last few
all
years
through
they've
the
known.
season. But one thing about Accies is they bounce back. That's why they're the great survivors. Everybody writes them off.
Exactly.
And they have
But they're not surviving, so we've not had
and
this.
they've stuck at it. So on Sunday, will they go out and down tools? Absolutely not. They'll come out and they'll give it everything they've got.
It's not about down in tools,
Aye,
it's...
so.
Well, you're just saying they're down in
No, I
tools.
don't- I
said that.
don't
You're
think
saying
they're
they're
down
going to
I
feel
never
sorry
said-
for themselves.
Aye.
I'm telling you, watching Accies,
I never
all the
said
time,
they're down in
they will
tools.
not
Tell
feel
them,
sorry
son.
for themselves.
There's no way
we're not
I-
They will not feel sorry.
You put
They never
words in
do.
my mouth
They
there.
never do feel sorry for themselves, and that's the beauty of Hamilton Accies.
No, but you're saying I've said they're down in tools. I've not said that.
No, you're
What
not.
I'm
You're
saying
saying
is...
they're deflated, and what
They
I'm
will
trying
be.
to say is they'll not be deflated.
But you're saying
Sometimes you
the
can't
great
help
survivors-
Because
Sometimes you
they'll
can't
be
help it, Al.
disappointed today, and they'll pick themselves up
Aye.
on Sunday.
So you don't think that'll have a mental blow on
think
them
so.
that they've been
I think it will.
relegated?
They're used to being dealt.
They're no used to
They're
get
not used to getting
relegated.
relegated.
Hit them all the
They're no
season.
used- this
They
squad of
will-
players
they will get
are
themselves
not
up
used
for
to getting
that again
relegated. They're
on
not used to
Sunday.
it.
That's
You're
the
right.
thing. They'll
You're
get
right.
themselves up for it.
Right, okay.
No
But
problem
you said
at
they're used
all.
to getting
So see-
relegated.
so-
They're not.
so you-
They're not
you
used to getting
fancy them-
relegated.
you
They're
fancy them
great
to win.
survivors. Now the blow's finally
Aye.
happened.
Right?
You put words in my mouth there.
You're saying they're going to be deflated.
They will be. Because I've never had this experience.
Don't shout at me,
Nah,
boy.
don't shout.
Well, I'm getting at you. You put words in my
Aye,
mouth.
No putting words in your mouth. I'm
I
just
never
telling
said they're
you.
down in tools.
I'm just
It's a
telling you
mental
the way
blow.
it is.
Right,
You're
that's
saying
it,
they'll be deflated. They'll not be deflated.
But you said they're
They'll
down
get
in tools.
themselves up for the game because they've got pride in who they are and we chip
There's
up.
a difference.
That's what they'll do.
There's a big difference.
What's the big
Be
difference?
down in tools and say I'm going to gear up, or waking up and think I'm not in that league. It demoralises
Right.
you. That's not down in tools.
Right.
No
But
way.
you're saying they'll take to the park on Sunday deflated. No, they'll not.
I think
No
they will.
chance.
That's
No,
it.
no.
That's what I think.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, and that's yours.
And I don't agree with that opinion.
Well, we'll
That's
see.
what I'm saying. Because I know those Accies boys, I watch them hundreds of times, and that's no the way they are. It's not in their DNA.
So Jen Kelly will beat them.
I tell you what, it's going to be, it'll be a
Gonna be hard
roaring
to
game
beat.
because on the front foot, Kelly are excellent, but Accies will have a go.
Aye.
That's what they'll do. They do it all the time, Frank. That's why they've been in this league for the past 7 years, and that's why I admire them so much.
I'm not taking any sides, but I did see Chipper take his toe belt off the other night. Thank you. No, he did. Right, great argument though. Good points. Hibs, we need to give Hibs massive credit.
I feel I'm gonna
We
start
have been a wee bit critical of Hibs in and out, but also praised them this season. But it looks like Hibs are going to have a great season.
Deservedly so. They could go on to win the cup. Have you got third spot and win the cup? Man, what a season that is. Jack Ross, listen, he's a top class manager.
Yeah, agree.
Superb. I don't think they were probably at their best last night, but what they've done is they found a
good
way.
team.
Aye, they found a way to win, didn't they? So real credit to them.
Do you know what, I've said it on the podcast as well, what I like about Jack Ross, he's not this modern day manager that only wants to play it for the back. They've got me on one way playing Hibs. There's no worries about hitting the ball forward to Doig and going playing on. He's got, do you know what I mean? It's not, we're playing
that's
total
important.
football. Exactly.
That's important.
I see something
you can
last week
adapt.
that I thought I'll never want to see again in football. I seen the keeper coming out and passing it back way. Can you believe that? I can't remember what game it was, but it was on. We were on. I was talking to all the boys and what's that? And I'm going, can you believe that happened? The keeper ran out and he's looking and then just passed it to the fullback and I'm thinking, the keeper passing the ball back away. You know, it was embarrassing.
Done in England?
They did down south, didn't
they? They did, but I thought, if that's the way forward in football, then I'm sorry, but it's...
I want to go on a wee corner and just sit and greet them.
How? Derek's just...
No, listen, no, it's good that you...
I want to greet
Derek's just...
We'll see on the weekends, right?
No, sorry, I like that you're passionate about that and you're wanting to make that point. I'm just getting the other side of the argument. And hey, that's what it's all about.
He's ready to kick you in the balls, basically.
No, listen, now, hey...
Who are you talking to?
Are Hibs favourites again for third spot next year?
Yes, 100% because...
You made I've said prediction, didn't you?
Yeah, I made that prediction earlier.
Last year he said to win it. He says
I'll make it this season for Hibs to finish third.
Can I say to Ney Marciano, Porteous might go and Nisbet will probably go.
But Simon, it's a fantastic
Irvin's up at the end of the season. Your man Jackson Irvin, who's played a big part.
Is that up?
Yeah, he was only signed to the end of the season.
I think he'll stay, won't he?
I think they'll be obsessed for him as well.
But I think Simon, as you've said, that he's a real good manager, Jack Ross, and I think he'll have players ready to come in, and he knows you. See, because he's been in the lower leagues in Scotland, he knows players like the boy McGinn that came in. He knows these guys, and I think again, I mean, we could talk about St Johnston. They could lose players as well.
Yeah, good point.
But then again,
but I don't think many St Johnston players are up at the end of the season.
Aye.
Right. So my point is that Hibs...
So they can't keep them if they want to.
A couple of the Simon boys as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been there.
Aye.
You might know a few of them that have come through the academy, so there might be... Aye.
But no, the recruitment is great.
So who are we saying third next season?
I'm saying St Johnston. I'm saying St Johnston right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know if they've got enough firepower up there. That would be my only thing, Simon.
I think Chris Kane will really come into goal scoring next year.
Do you?
I do.
Frank
Melonhead's good.
I'm going to go with Aberdeen. I think they'll do it right.
Oh, do you, Derek? Do you, Frank, right?
No, it's Frank.
And Barry, what do you think?
No, I just do. I think they'll buy some players. You know, and I think Scott will be a massive influence. If Lewis stays, I think it'll be a massive influence on him. He'll let him go and play.
Lewis is away. See the new motor he's got in the car.
I know, but I'm just saying there's different players. I think there's going to be players coming into Aberdeen. So you know, I would imagine they'll be up there challenging. See, they've let themselves down. Hibs this year has been like Aberdeen in years gone by. You know, you take them for, they'll win that game, and they don't, but they should win it. And then the ones that you think they're not going to win, they step up. And that's what Aberdeen's been doing that for years, and you're thinking, so inconsistent. And I think Hibs done that this year. But I think a new manager, and, you know, I don't disrespect Derek, he's done brilliant for them, but a new manager, new players coming in, just new attitudes, I think they'll be up there. They've got to be, because they are the third biggest at the moment. They've been thereabouts for fighting for, you know, second.
I think it might take a wee bit.
Any chance of the Hearts finishing third?
Well, there you go. You know, Hearts coming in. All the big teams are in there. With Aberdeen, I think it'll take a wee while for them to get going. I just think Jack Ross, I would agree. I would fancy them for third. But Hearts coming back in it, and St Johnstone have been unbelievable. You know, you wonder, and I hope it's no, is it just one of these seasons? You know, that they've played out their skin, they've got to two cup, they've won a cup, they go to another cup final. I hope not.
We're talking about
that's always
Livingston.
something to say in it.
We're talking about Livingston, they've just went the other way, completely the other way now. They were so hard to know.
They're ahead of St Johnstone in the league, so they must have had a massive
drop. They've not won any games.
They've barely won.
But it's expected, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? With the players that Livingston have got, it'd be very tough for them to go a full season playing great football and winning a lot of games. I think
them getting top six
was an achievement.
is
And getting to a final, do you know
amazing.
what I mean?
Aye. So as and then obviously going on
You
to the
wouldn't
finish of the
back
season, they're
you
playing
wouldn't back
against
them
the
to
top
lose
teams.
so many games, and we were not so long ago we were talking about them, they'll win again, and every week they were like we were thinking they were going to win, and then all of a sudden it's a whole team, and I don't know if there's something going on behind closed doors there, because it's
So Gucci's in it. The boys are already.
A couple of good
Gucci's
signings.
on
They've got the big
sides.
boy Oberlife, Queen of the South.
Yeah,
By the way,
signed that,
he's a specimen.
Yeah.
You see him, he plays either centre back at the middle of the park. Big, physical,
bars people.
He's a unit.
They've always been good at that. You know when you go and play teams like Livingston, you know what you're up against. You know you're going to have to win the battle before you start playing football, because if you don't do that, they'll run out of tap you, and that's what Livingston have done for a lot of the season. So
Saturday, Derek, do you think it's with Rangers, the trophy is going to go down as one of the most celebrated in the history of the club?
I think the fans will enjoy it. I think they've got to watch. I think hopefully it will all be socially distanced. It's an amazing feat for them, for where they've came from. It looks as if they're going to go through undefeated. So I don't see any other result bar Rangers winning. And I think there will be fans about, so we're coming to hopefully the end of this pandemic. So listen, just stay safe, guys. Enjoy yourself, what you're saying. I think that they deserve a wee party, because it has been tough.
Where do you think this achievement, what's the word when you say it compared to the other achievements? What is that
Compare.
word?
what other achievements?
Where does this achievement rank? That's the word. Where does this achievement rank in Rangers history?
Listen, it's up there, and I think any side that can go through a season undefeated, it's absolutely top draw, isn't it? In Europe, they've been unbelievable as well, getting to the quarters. Obviously, disappointments have been in the cup, but it is up there.
I like about Gerrard. He was coming out now. Obviously, he's won the league, but he's coming out now and saying, soon as Walter Smith, and he's also spoke to Fergie and all that. It takes a lot for managers to go and get advice. I think that's brilliant what he's done. He's asked for advice after some of the good guys, and I don't know if Lenny's done that when he was there. I don't know if not just Lenny. I don't know if some of their pride just don't want to talk to anybody. And I'm thinking,
To stick up for Lenny, I remember hearing Martin O'Neill saying that Lenny did phone him up.
He's pals with Martin, isn't he? So that's a good one to go to. But again, we speak about it, and it wasn't rocket science to think that you need your own backroom team wherever you go. Anyway, I think so. Stevie Gerrard walked in with Gary McAllister, the other boy. He's got, I don't know who it is.
Phil.
He's done well, and he's done well, and as I say, he's not got too much pride to pick up the phone to people and ask him. So that's good.
Yeah. See, watching the highlights last night, that game summed up what Rangers have been good at this year. First goal's lovely, we intricate play to get a penalty, and the second one, Tavernier gets the ball at his feet, puts the ball at the top, and runners in behind. They've mixed that up. I think they've mixed their game up brilliantly.
I thought Kent should have scored that instead of
when he touched to Morelos, he touched back.
He should have scored that.
But I think last season they were very much everyone came to feet. Quite easy.
You've said that already the day, that there's a few teams like that they've had to adapt, and it's important that you can adapt and play a different style, because the opposition obviously you go up against, but also the surface that you play in as well.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
On AstroTurf
when you're on a roll, when you're flying, you're playing well, everybody's wanting the ball, and everything comes off of you, don't it? When you've won, the way they're playing, everything comes off of you, everything you try comes off, because it's just a confidence thing, isn't it?
In Europe they were brilliant, so they were, Rangers, because teams came at them. In the SPFL, teams sit in a wee bit, so you've got to play a different way.
Unbeaten season.
Wow. So it's only Aberdeen now that can stop that?
Hopefully.
But they're not going to stop that.
They're not going to stop it.
I don't think they're good enough at the back.
No.
Basically, that's where, you look at the back four. I think they played with a back four last night. I'm not too sure, but I don't think they're good enough. So I think it could be that celebration that you're talking about that the fans will enjoy. And Rangers, I think they'll win it pretty comfortably, to be honest with you.
What are you doing for it?
Me, I don't know. I'll need to go and take in a game. I think there's a few amateur games coming up.
You're at it.
There's
no way you're missing the Rangers game to go and watch an amateur game.
I might go and watch my boys. They're playing for Uddingston Anvil, by the way. There's a wee shout out.
Wow.
They're back playing.
Why would they get more shout outs than fucking Jack Ross on the show? Your boys?
Aye.
So I might go and watch my other two boys.
They your boys on, weren't they?
Aye, get them on.
You need to get Lewis on. I mean, Lewis loves this. Sure, so
Wait,
I'm
tell
views,
him
guys.
anytime.
Views, Slaney boy, he loves.
Before he leaves.
Has he gone? Who says that?
But Scott Brown played his last game last night.
Yeah.
You want to give him a wee tribute, Frank? Is he one of the Celtic great captains?
Oh, definitely up there. When he's came in, he's just unbelievable, and I think he's grew. You know, like when he came in, he was rash. He loved to get forward and score goals, but he was always in the middle stuff, wasn't he? He was getting booked and sent off, and he's developed in it. Just such a great player. I mean, I just disappointed that fans weren't there to give him a send off, but. You know, I got into trouble with social media because I said the last time when he goes to Celtic Park next season when all the crowd's there, he'll take the applause. That's Bruni. He said take applause,
Charlie,
and he'll take all the applause now, and then he'll put a boot into one of them, and and then
he'll get booed.
The biggest.
Listen, he's up there. For me, as a Celtic supporter, McGafford, he was the best. But Scott's, I mean, honestly, God, he's been up there, but he's certainly up there with Roy Aitken as captain and, Captain Courageous and all that. So I'm impressed with him, well done, big respect to him.
And the biggest compliment you could probably, it's a strange way to say this, that you could give to Scott Brown is all the rest of the players in the SPFL or the fans, they all hate him. And they hate him for a reason.
Of course.
Because,
I like that.
What you get from him week in, week out.
I preferred it when you weren't liked. It was great.
Aye, that's it. That says it all, doesn't it?
Aye.
So it does.
But it's the standards he sets every day, innit? Every day in training he's on it.
I like the fact he just trains in a
Whether
wee
it's a-
t-shirt. It's snowing and all that, and he's got a wee t-shirt on your lap.
But it's a dying breed. It's like, even in the warm
getting
the
coats and
warm-up,
everything on.
whether it's a warm-up or a passing drill, other people might find it boring. He's on it no matter what it is. And that's what
That's an English thing. I noticed that in England. Doing that every day, you had to be at the top.
Yeah.
Or you're in trouble.
Lead by
You get
example.
left out. And he was an inspiration to a lot of people
I've
coming
seen
through Celtic.
so many players acting a tough man for a few weeks. He's done it there. How long he's been there at Celtic, and that's
You've just done it with Derek for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. And I'll be under a fucking rock after this.
Not at all.
But with him, and he also, and it's a great point. I don't know if any have mentioned this before. He makes everybody else better.
I know.
Which-
That's a sign.
The other thing you
top
could say is,
leader.
how many times have we sat here and written him off? And he keeps coming back.
By the way, I wanted to ask you
And
this.
you're like, you can't just
That gets back
every
to-
time not just us, I'm talking about the media, everyone has a bad game, and unlike other people, has a bad game. Scott Brown, he's finished.
Who was it?
And
Was
I'm
that-
like,
but
he's
that
not
makes him
finished.
better.
Then he comes back and he's
makes him
like,
better.
unbelievable.
Who was it? Was it? He was struggling with injury. Who was it? To come in the manager, Celtic manager,
Brendan Rodgers.
and changed his training or whatever, or like kind of tweaked things here and there, and he had a new lease of life.
Well,
didn't
He
he?
was taking the reserve team in that, wasn't he? And
Was he?
Brendan Rodgers
Right,
told
well,
him
there
to
you
stop
go.
that,
he stopped playing for Scotland, and he's getting more time. He's farming, he's basically playing golf. That's what he's doing.
See the way he trains. Wow.
Animal.
He's every single day in training.
I know.
An absolute
He should be that way.
animal.
You
I'm so
should be
surprised,
that way. I don't get why you go to train. You don't. I don't get all that stroll about.
The way
We've done it all the
I
time.
laugh when you hear players saying they want to spend a little bit more time with the family.
Aye.
That's
No, but
it,
yes, he's on
that's the
golf
last
course.
thing you want to do.
No, he wants to do the new, but once he finishes, he'll be like, get me out here, get me out here. So it's, aye.
Can I ask you three something here, right? See, I was watching Scott Brown last night. See, and maybe no you side, right, because you're still playing, but see when you were playing, right, was there a point where you felt I'm not the same player anymore?
Aye.
When was that point? What did you?
What, you did 23?
For me, when
What did you notice first?
For me, when
tell.
it was when playing up front, average players were catching me with tackles, and you think, well, this is not right.
What age was that, Frank?
42 or something. I'm only
You saying you're only kidding? No, you're not.
No, I was 36.
Well-
Time to go. I wouldn't go down the leagues. I refused to go down the leagues because if bad players could catch me in the Premiership, then they'll certainly catch me. And people want to make a name for themselves and all that. And I said, no. We Charlie Nick done it. Charlie went to Clyde, and he says it's the worst mistake. He says it was great to get down there, but still be playing. But everybody wanted to make a name for themselves. You know, whether it's their old boys, you know, playing down there, or young players coming through, he's kicking lumps up. And I thought, can you pay me enough money to somebody to kick me?
I didn't mind that. But I was struggling at that time. I was 28, I'd done my cruciate at Falkirk. I was out the game for about a year and a half, and then I come back, Dunfermline signed me, and I couldn't get about the park. And just what Mark is saying, I couldn't do, in my mind, I wanted to get to people, I wanted to do that, certain things, and I couldn't do it. But I played another, and the reason I had to do it is because, from a financial point of view, I had to support the family. So I played another 10 years with basically a gob knee. I was only playing about, not even 50%. It was a real struggle.
Carol's sheepskin coats didn't pay for themselves, did they, young man?
I know.
What about you?
The thing I went
17, 19.
Have you ever?
What? I fucked my ankle. I had 4 operations out for 2.5 years.
I don't know.
Never ever felt the same after that, mate.
No. Wow. I was the same.
I was always sharp when I was like young.
Aye.
But after that, mate, I just felt sluggish all the time, mate.
Aye, wow. I didn't know that. That's hell of a young.
I got a bad injury as well, doing it at West Ham. First game of the season. Was it for nearly a year?
It's getting a bit morbid now,
Aye.
isn't it?
I went this is how bad it was. I went to Hong Kong and I thought, I'm better than this. The football, money was great. The place was great.
I know what you were going to say, something else.
Everything was good.
Women were great.
Everything was good apart from the football. And do you know what they done there? They didn't blame you. If you have a bad game because you drink, they didn't blame the drink. And that's not the kind of place that's good for me. It's not really good for me.
But last night, seen Karamoko Dembele score his first goal.
Yes.
Boy Montgomery played really well. My question is, why have we not seen these kids 6 weeks ago?
Yep.
See, I've been crying out for a winger all season. The wee boy didn't. Why has he not played?
I thought I can't believe it because they've been playing Christie out there. That's all the days. They fit. And, Big John done the same. He fitted in the players, whether it's to fit them in to get them a move or whether it's just I don't get it. If you're not playing well, when I played, if you're not playing well, you were out. Somebody else come in and you fought to get back in. As you say, the boy Dembele, I forgot about him to be honest with you. He's been in, he hit the papers like, he was the next big, huge superstar. And then he fell away and you seen him last night, I think Lenny played him a few times, but never gave him a run, a proper run. And he's just one of the boys that likes to get the ball and go at people and, long may it continue because it's a time breeding football,
Boy Montgomery, where's he play?
Left back.
Good.
I know,
I've
and
been rave about him. I've heard big things.
They've been arguing about it. See, we've been saying about Laxalt and Taylor, and this boy's come. I thought he was different class. I know, that it was at Celtic Park. And it was a good time to come in and play, but he should have been at it earlier.
Sporting family. His dad's a great golfer, Colin.
Aye. He wants me to be a golfer, doesn't he?
No, his dad's Colin, innit?
Seen hindsight,
Calling this, but
I think you're quite right to bring that up because what young players bring is an energy. They revitalise a team. And Celtic have needed that maybe 6 weeks ago. I know, but 6-7 weeks ago. So that's a question.
Yeah.
I'm a great believer you can't play too many. You've got to have experience. But you could bring in the boy left back. He looked so comfortable last night.
Yeah.
I'd have brought him in earlier. Because they've been struggling. I mean, the boy Taylor's been struggling. Laxalt's been struggling. Been getting pelters off everyone. So why not play the boy in? Because the crowd, I think sometimes the players on the pitch, because there's no crowd there, they don't think anyone's watching them.
We do need to give Laxalt some leeway. Supposedly the reason he's been not the best is the forge has been shut and he's not been able to get his hair braided.
Forge.
Shocking, isn't it?
The Forge
Parkhead Forge. So.
Aye, Nando's.
So I see when you were at Celtic, there
is other restaurants there as well. So.
And the coaching, did you hear big things about Dembele?
Yeah, they all raved about him, mate.
Did they?
Yeah, they all raved about him.
With the boy Dembele. You wonder what, maybe it's doing his attitude then he's not played. We talk about people not bringing him in, but maybe it's up to him.
There was another boy, who's the other boy that was at Celtic and he was a huge, they're going to be...
Was it Okoflex?
No, he went to Chelsea or something, did he go to...
No, it was Billy Gilmore.
No, he went down to England, he just disappeared and it was like...
Oh, Islam Farouz?
Farouz, yeah.
Yeah.
Farouz.
But I interviewed Damien Duff and he did say that one part of his game he had to work on was work rate.
Aye.
So, but he didn't know, mate. He didn't get to see them every day, so
no.
It's hard to comment on it. Right, last coup of the season.
Perfect game.
Perfect game. But people have lost hooses on your tips this year, so...
I know. My tip's a couple of houses.
What? Has anyone been close to getting perfect?
He got one.
One, just one.
He got. Did you get his money at the kitty?
Two, get a couple.
Derek got 2.
I get one.
Used to.
One.
There you go.
One right every week.
Right, come on, let's make it. Let's
Come on, son.
You know what, I'm
Right, serious
Let's
heads
get in a
on.
high.
I'm going to ask Derek just to get out of that wee hurdle. Do you know what I mean, Si?
Right.
Because this could break the ice. Okay, Derek, Hibs v Celtic.
Hibs v Celtic. Tell you what, you're talking about
Deflated.
Tell him.
those
Go
two
on,
teams.
tell him.
I'll be looking at. Do you know something? I think Hibs getting third. I think they might rest a few looking towards the cup final.
Right.
And you're talking about Celtic bringing in a couple of young boys. I'm Celtic to edge up. Celtic.
Rangers Aberdeen.
Rangers just want to go through the season unbeaten. They'll be bang at it. Aberdeen not quite good enough at the back. Rangers.
Okay, St Johnstone Livingston.
We're not keeping you up, are we?
Oh, sorry, mate.
Sorry. I think St Johnstone will bounce back at home. St Johnstone, Slaney, yep.
Juventus Inter Milan.
Right.
That's a buffet.
By the way, I didn't even know that was on there. So we talk Juventus.
Oh, you know Inter Milan are champions,
I don't. No.
Chelsea Leicester FA Cup final.
Wow. Oh, that's a cracker. You know, Leicester, great result the other night.
Is it?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Isn't it?
I'm going to go Chelsea. Chelsea.
Aye. Brighton West Ham.
West Ham.
Yeah, good.
Oh.
Hamilton Kilmarnock.
Oh, I tell you what.
We should watch
They
that
will
together.
certainly not be deflated.
They'll be
The
deflated,
Accies will be up for it.
Their
Do you know
attitude will
something? I
stink.
think that might be
Their attitude stinks.
a draw.
A draw, Derek.
Uncle Frank, a draw. I'm going to go a draw. that
Motherwell
one.
Ross County.
Motherwell, I think Motherwell going to edge that. Motherwell.
Oh,
Going to go with
St
Motherwell.
Mirren Dundee United.
And I'm going to go St Mirren.
And Boca Juniors River Plate.
Another name. Brilliant. I was like, well, how did that get through in the Juventus Inter? Where did that come from?
Hey, brilliant.
Flung in it. Right, Frank, you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Hibs v Celtic.
Celtic. Are we not going for goals this week? No,
Aye,
just
we're so bad at that.
can't
we're
even
so
get a
good. We're so good.
Rangers versus Aberdeen.
Rangers.
St Johnstone versus Livingston.
Draw.
Oh. Juventus versus Inter.
Super League. Juventus.
Super League. No, that got squashed.
They were there for 2 weeks, weren't they? 2 weeks.
The Super League was back.
Right.
Since the two that started it, wasn't it?
Chelsea v Leicester. Super League.
I'm going to go with Leicester there, yeah.
Wow. I think Brendan will have a game plan ready.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, Brighton v West Ham.
West Ham.
The Hammers.
Brighton have been playing well, but
Brighton,
Play
Brighton
good football,
I
Brighton,
was-
didn't they?
They'll
aye,
keep the ball off West Ham, innit? But
aye.
so you go West Ham.
Going West Ham. Declan Rice will be back.
Giza.
Give us that one, yeah. Go on, son.
Hamilton Accies v Kelly.
It's left over Hamilton v Kelly. I don't know. It depends if Hamilton.
I mean, you've got a lot of
But-
pals at Hamilton, remember?
I was impressed with Kelly last night. Some of their football, so I'm going to go for a draw.
Motherwell versus Ross County.
Motherwell. I think Motherwell beat them at home.
So they are.
Okay, and St Mirren versus Dundee United.
St Mirren,
Your team.
my team.
Who's want to do the madman?
Right.
Go
Want
on,
me to
son.
do you, Slaney?
Go on
Want
now,
me to do you, Slaney?
Aye,
Right. No, right.
Who
Right,
you
Mr.
talk- who
Slaney.
you talk to?
Hibs v Celtic.
Your analysis of that game is absolutely spot on. You've been the best on here today. No, Derek, I was going to actually tip Hibs today, but you're right, they will rest players because they played last night. It'll be a Celtic away win.
Can you check his knickers? Frank? Before we start, man.
I can smell them.
Right. Rangers v Aberdeen.
Rangers.
What's your analysis on that game?
As you said, defence for Aberdeen. Very
No, I know what he says. What you say?
I think I totally agree with you.
I totally agree.
That Rangers will win.
Rangers, right. St Johnstone. Got a cup final to look forward to against Livingston.
I think St Johnstone will do them.
Right. Aye, so they are, right. Good. Juventus versus
This is where he comes in. He's
Inter.
on his knowledge
Right,
of
is
the,
this-
Aye, this is
these
it.
leagues
Is that
are
how
brilliant.
this one was through in?
Well, I'll tell you this one. Juventus were also going for 10 in a row, but they've actually could be, and they're out it right now, might not finish in the Champions League.
Wow.
Looks like
Is there a
gonna-
wee Is there a wee bit unrest in that dressing room with Ronaldo?
Well, Pirlo's the manager, so
Right.
him and Ronaldo were fighting. I think it was 3 weeks ago, Si, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Si for the meets, wasn't it?
Who's got the biggest seed?
No, there's a
Yeah,
player,
there's a-
Pirlo.
Oh, beautiful, wasn't it?
Sensational.
The old
Unbelievable.
lady.
Right,
You've entered the old lady, isn't it?
I'm
you
going to
going
go
for?
for Inter Milan.
Inter Milan, right? So, Chelsea against Leicester.
I love Beat.
You going with Brendan?
Love Brendan to do it, but
Have you emailed him?
do you know what?
Go for it, sir.
I'm going to go
Chel-
for Rodgers.
Good
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I like that,
He's
Paul.
a legend.
Go get
Paul,
Rodgers.
loyalty.
The Chelsea headhunters will be after you after that prediction. Right, we'll go Brighton versus West Ham.
West Ham will do them.
Yeah.
Sick of that, Graham Potter.
Giza.
Right.
Go on, son.
Right. The deflated Hamilton Accies against Kelly.
Hamilton 5, Kelly 0. No, I'm going to go for Kilmarnock, guys. I really
Going
do
Kelly.
think so.
Aye.
It's right.
Aye,
I think
they're
I'm a draw.
they were on the front foot last night, that's for sure. And the Steelmen against the Highlanders.
I'm going to go for Ross County. But what I will say, Dundee will come up, so Kilmarnock, and if Kilmarnock will finish second bottom, I think Dundee's going to be the team to come up this season.
Do you?
Yeah, they've got so much quality.
Great
Simon.
result last night.
So much
Great
quality.
result.
McGowan,
But by the way,
Cummins, Adam.
Charlie Adam.
Brilliant.
Wasn't it?
So,
What about his pass for one of the
Oh,
goals?
different gravy.
Brilliant. So I think they'll
Brilliant.
come up. Do you think they'll come up?
Dundee? Yeah, I think they'll come up.
I think they've got too much quality.
Do you know what they've got? A big momentum.
Momentum. Ah, brilliant.
Momentum.
Is that a good word?
Right.
Good.
And we'll go with Marcus' team against Dundee United.
It's either a 0-0 or a 2-each draw. But I'll go for a draw.
No
So it's a draw.
No difference.
Draw.
A draw.
Good man,
Lads, it's been
Slaney.
a pleasure this year.
Right.
Hey,
I
pleasure,
know it's-
boys.
so
Sad
that's-
day.
That's us.
But we
Look
know
forward-
come to
look-
watch you at some gigs or whatever.
look
You-
forward to-
Are we
you
joining
joining in?
involved?
Oh,
Look forward to the Euros as well.
Aye.
Then join
Big
join us.
Scotland,
Right.
Eh?
Scotland.
What about them? Eh? What about Scotland?
No, just talking about the Euros. If Scotland's coming up, then we can do shows then.